Good morning. Me again. Do a little bit more yoga. We need to allow ourselves to get our bodies moving, get blood circulating, and just quiet ourselves down. Just feel that energy, that positive energy coming into the body in these negative times. Taking time to breathe, let's just slow the mind down, all those busy thoughts. Taking time to listen to that conscious breathing. Palms down for calming, palms up for energy. Find the one for you. Let those shoulders roll back. Let's see if we can lengthen that spine as tall as possible, and you're sitting in your comfortable position, whichever feels good to you, your hips, your legs, your knees, your ankles. Staying here for a few more moments to see if we can quiet and let go. Let's expand that belly or diaphragm as we inhale if we can. Bring that positive energy in. As we exhale, let's see if we can let go of that negative energy and draw that belly in. Slow the breath down as soon as you can. Start to feel that length of the breath, that feeling of expansion. Let the jaw become soft. Let the tongue become soft. Connect with your body now. How does it feel right now? Probably some tightness. Maybe in your knees, your hips, your back, your neck, your shoulders. Trying to release those areas every time you exhale. And please honor those areas as we go into the session. Can you hear the sound of that breath? That gentle ujjayi breath, that whisper breath? Taking a really long inhalation. As you exhale, take your right ear to your right shoulder comfortably. Remember, yoga's about comfort and ease. What's not straining or pushing. Bring that left hand behind your back, lightly touch the fingers to that right elbow. And just notice how that left shoulder feels. Draw it back slightly if you can and down a little bit. Getting a deeper stretch for you. Big inhale, turn the chin around to that right shoulder and just nudge it down a little bit. Deep breath. Turn the ear back to the shoulder, slight lift of the chin. Inhale, release the head and arm back to center. Let's try the other side slowly. Ear to shoulder. This side may be a bit tighter on the right. Bring that right hand carefully behind you. Drop the shoulder down and back if that's comfortable for you. Breathe those conscious breaths. Inhale, turn the chin around to that shoulder. Exhale, drop the chin down. Taking time to breathe. Inhale, turn the ear back, slight lift of the chin. All the way up, inhale, release the head and arm back to center. Exhaling, drop the chin down to the chest. If it's comfortable, bring the hands behind your head, interlace the fingers lightly behind the head, and let's massage the back of the neck again, only if it's comfortable for you. Very slowly, come back to center. Take a big inhale, lift up, open those arms back, and exhale down. And just be aware of that tummy. Draw it in and up. Inhale, open again, and exhale down. Let's try one more time. Inhale, and exhale. Release the hands. Take them in front of you. We're going to open and close the mouth, get that stretch at the front of the neck. At the same time, we're going to visualize those energy centers, according to yoga, running up the spine, the main ones, governing our health, wellness, emotional stability, etc. First chakra or energy center right at the perineum, red. Stretch that neck and jaw forward. 2, sacrum, orange. 3, solar plexus near your belly button, yellow. Heart, green. Throat, blue. Third eye, indigo or purple. And the crown energy center chakra right at the top of the head, violet, can also be white. Very slowly come up, roll those shoulders back, staying here just that little bit longer if you can. Dirge your breath, getting all the air in, topping it out, maximizing those lungs, and then all that air out slowly, slowly to release that stale air at the bottom of the lungs. Go at your own level and pace. Excuse me. Good, open your eyes, roll your shoulders. Big roll. And forward. Taking one hand down, we're going to lift up and over, be comfortable, and by all means change your legs if you're getting uncomfortable from here. Whichever position you're in, always move into that comfortable position. Engage your tummy, reach over. Let's do it again. Lift up, over, tummy reaching in and up. And again, nice long stretch for that body. Good. One more time, up and over. This time we're going to slightly turn the body towards that left side and reach out. Just reach it out, spread those fingers, bring it back and float it down. Let's try the other side. Up and over, your tummy's still working. Reaching, turning a little bit, and then reach out as far as you can into that half circle. And release. Good. Let's roll the shoulders forward and back. Really exaggerate the roll. Do it again. Good. One more. Excellent. Good. Let's do an easy twist to your right. Again, change your legs if you need to. We're just being gentle through that spine. Just see how it feels. Let's connect to that spine right now. Your tummy's lifting, helping protect your back. And release. Nice and easy. Twist all the way to your left. Shoulders are down, listening to your breath. And as I've said many times, I encourage you to close your eyes whenever you can, just to bring that focus. Come back center, realigning the spine, we're lengthening forward, we're not worrying about how far we go, just taking that spine forward. Good. Come up and off that position you're in, and let's float into cow-cat, please. Knees under the hips, toes can be on or flat on the mat, whatever feels best for you. Hands under your shoulders if you've got trouble with your wrists, because you haven't been doing enough yoga. My little joke. Make a fist into, so that you are supporting those wrists. Good. Inhale, gently arch the spine, look up a little bit. Exhale, trying to round from that sacrum first, then the middle, and then the upper back. Let's do that again. Inhaling, if you can, into cow, as it's called. Exhale into cat. Let's do one more of each, please. Good. Release toes. Take your right arm out and left leg without engaging those shoulders too much. Just gently extend forward and then just a little retraction of your shoulder blade. Then bend this left knee. Flex that foot up to the ceiling. Try not to lock this elbow. If you find you're locking, turn them inside. From here, if you can stay here. Otherwise, come into upward bow. Shoulders forward, tummy in, and a little push of that foot against your hand. Get a little stretch for your quadricep muscle at the front of the leg. Breathe. Tummy working. Finding this position so you can stay here. And release. Other side, same thing. Taking that leg out into extended cat. We're trying to lift from those core muscles in the center. We're trying not to lock this right elbow. We're listening to the breath. We're going to bend this right knee now. Flex the foot up to the ceiling. See if we can get it up a little bit. Excellent. Hold it here. If it's comfortable, bring your hand round into upward bow. Don't go there if it's too much. Stay where you are. Again, notice the comfort and ease of this pose. If it's not comfortable, you should not be doing it. Breathe. Staying here a moment, a few moments longer. And release. Gently down, widen those knees, big toes touching. Extend out comfortably into devotional pose. Reminding you to get your head down on something. We can't always get our head onto the floor. Use a brick if you have it, a block, or you can use a dictionary, a towel, blanket, cushion, whatever feels good, but just get your head down. You can even bring your hands into fists and rest your forehead here. Big belly breaths. Come up halfway. Bring your knees in line with your hips. We're going to take our right arm under our left shoulder. We're going to bring our head down. Again, if it's too low for you, it's too uncomfortable for your body, bring a blanket or a block under your head. Lift up with this arm just to get a nice stretch through those shoulders. Breathe. Release the hand. Take it forward. Sit back halfway. Let's go the other route. Stretching those arms all the way up. Fingers out and breathe. release. Slowly come back. And let's do devotional pose again. Widen those knees a bit. If you can and want to, bring yourself down, hands to your feet, drop your head down again into child's pose. And think about it. If your head's not down, you won't relax. So get it down on something. Come forward. Good. Hands all the way. Downward facing dog. So ideally we want the hands comfortably pushing downwards so that the base of the thumb and the base of the index finger are firm into the ground. And the heels should be down. Not everybody can do that, especially if you've got tight hamstrings. You might have to bend your knees a little bit. Or walk your feet in a little bit. Give yourself the best chance at this one. Just lengthen the spine, work those legs. We're going to bend that right knee and push the left heel down. Get a stretch through that left calf. And release. Other side. And again. Calves get so tight, especially when they're not doing very much. And the other side. Good, let's do a couple more on your own. Just get that nice stretch. Do not rush. Feel the stretches. Still taking those conscious breaths. Good, very slowly. When you finish that last one, downward facing dog. When you're ready, take your right knee into your chest. Hold it there, then take it up into three-legged dog. Extend that heel. Your tummy is working. Bend the knee. Bring it into the chest. If you can, come forward to that wrist and slowly lift it up. If you can't, you just leave it at your chest. And knee to chest, knee to wrist. Cross it over to the opposite wrist if you can do it. Come back and three-legged dog. Release into down dog. Other side, of course. Three-legged dog. Tummy working. Breathe. Knee to chest. Take it back. Three-legged dog. Do it again. Knee to chest. Knee to wrist. And come back. Three-legged dog. One more. See what you can do. Knee to chest. Knee to wrist. Cross it over. Coming back, three-legged dog, and down dog, and drop to your knees, and let's release into devotional pose. Bring the hands down by your feet and let those shoulders roll forward. Good, come up, very slowly, back to down dog, bend the knees, walk your hands into your feet, good, stay here, and then hands on your knees, ever so slowly, round that back, tuck your chin, come up to standing. Okay, shake it out. Excellent. Okay, let's get ready for some sun salutations. Now, sun salutation, there are a few different variations. I'm just going to do my one that I like the best. And if you want to do your own and just follow along with me, please do. Normally we have the mat going this way because we normally step back into sun salutations. Now, I think it's better on the video so you can see where the foot placement is, where the body is if I go this way. So bear with me. If you find it awkward, you can always do it from the front. So up to you, and just work where it's comfortable to you. So what we do is stand at the front of the mat, And it would look like this at the front of the mat in a mountain pose, trying to get those feet comfortably together. We're lifting that spine, we're rolling back and down and comfortably standing, not tight. We want to lift that spine really tall. Yep, the eyes are closed just for a moment to try and get a little sense of quiet and calm, please. Deep, deep breath. Come on, try and get those diaphragmatic breaths if you can. Good. One more. Hands to the heart. Inhale, we're going to come up, and definitely some of us can do a nice long arch, but a lot of us can't because of our backs. So we're going to make sure the tummy's lifting, and we're going to come back a little bit. If that's too much, just stay upright. But if we can come back a little bit into upward salute, great. Exhale, we're coming to forward fold, and lengthening that spine, as some of us can't get our hands to the floor with nice long legs. So our hands are going to come to our shins, or to the brick, but don't just have your hands dangling if you can help it, because that's not great for your low back. All right, so we need that connection, hands on something. Bend the knees now and step back with your right leg. Right leg. And we're going to turn our bodies to the left and raise our left arm up into revolve lunge. If you get tired, drop that right knee. We're going to bring this hand behind us and see if we can touch the back side on the right or even to the right hip, and just a slight rotation, but don't just yank your shoulder back. Try and turn from the torso and release. Drop down to that right knee and take both hands on the inside of this foot. If possible, coming down into lizard, which means we're going to try and get our elbows to the floor. We're trying not to take the knee out at the moment. You can even wrap your hand around the ankle. Up to you. Come back and let's lengthen those hamstrings a little bit. So we're going to lift our toes. If we can't have a long straight leg here, hands come up here. Please don't try and get here with a rounded back. This is much better. Nice long spine, wherever you can reach. Good. Come forward again. Lift up off that right knee and step back into the infamous plank. Okay. Feels good. Drop down to your knees. Sit back. Then come forward into 8 limbs. Remember, the elbows come in a little bit to the body. We spread our hands. We come up. The chin comes forward. The chest comes down. Butt stays in the air. And then we slide to our tummy. If that's all too much, just gently lower to your tummy. Then we're going to come into cobra. If you remember, no shoulders on a snake. So lengthening that tummy. Slight look upwards. And dropping those shoulders back. If it's too much, come down into Sphinx, elbows under the shoulders. Still lifting that belly button. From here, we come to our knees, our toes. Downward facing dog. Lengthen that spine. Excellent. And then pick up this right leg behind you, 3-legged dog. Try comfortably to get this foot forward. If we can't get it, swing forward like that. It's just a bit tight for you. Drop to your knees. Get your right hand on the back of your leg and take your leg forward. Just because some of us can swing it, we can sit always. So here, I'm going to stay on this right knee and move this right leg forward and come into pigeon pose. Okay, so we've got our hips trying to line up. Now, if you're really tight on this right side, you can put a blanket under this hip or buttock, which helps elevate and level out, or even the brick underneath that right buttock. And then if it's comfortable, you can come all the way down. Staying up if it's comfortable for you. Come all the way up, little puff out that chest, king pigeon. If you want to grab this foot, you can. And release. And push off toes firmly down into the mat on that left side. Come back to down dog. Take blankets away. And step forward. Lunge. Then bring both feet together into forward fold. Forward fold. We're not sitting back into our heels. We're coming to the front part. We can grab our big toes to help us come forward. Hands can come behind our shins to draw in. Forward fold. When we're ready, we engage our tummy and lift ourselves all the way out to the sides, right up into upward salute, and hands back to the heart. Deep breath. Let's stay here a couple more, just noticing how your body's feeling right now, having moved it. Good, let's do it all again on the other side. So taking ourselves back, tummy working comfortably, release into forward fold. Right over the front of your foot. Again, hands on your shins, hands on the brick, whatever feels good to you. Bend your knees. Step back this time with your left leg into a lunge position. Again, if you're tired or it's just not comfortable for you, always can put that left knee down. Okay, we're going to take that right hand in, left hand. Rotate round with that right arm and lift it right up to the ceiling. Strong. Soften the shoulders a little bit. When you're ready, if you want to, bring this hand around. Try and meet it to the buttocks or to the hip. Rotate your torso. Take a moment to breathe. Come back. Drop this knee down. On the left. Drop backwards with this right leg. Okay, we're going to try to come forward, but some of us can't do that comfortably, so our hands are on the thigh. Try not to lock the knee. Gently come forward, keep this left knee on the floor, bring both hands on the inside, try not to let go of this knee. Come down to your elbows. That's too much. Grab a brick or a blanket and do that. As I said, you can even roll this hand around outside that ankle. Come back and stay here a moment. Walk this foot across. We've done that one. Excuse me. Going to slowly lift off and step back into plank. Tummy working. Drop those shoulders back. Lift your belly. Stay here a couple of breaths, please. Good. Drop to your knees. Sit back in devotional pose. Take your time. Then come up a little bit. Bring your elbows in. Spread your hands. Lift up. This is only if you can do this. If not, just slither forward to your tummy. Chin down. Butt in the air. Chest down. Slide forward to cobra or sphinx. Up to you, but lift your belly button. Whichever pose you're in, think about your back, your tummy, your breath. Look over your right shoulder. Gently coming back over your left. Gently back. Release. Hands under your shoulders to give yourself push. Draw your elbows in. Downward facing dog. Lengthen back. Taking your time to breathe. Take your right leg behind you, three-legged dog. Bend your knee now. Flex your foot. See if you can lift this right knee a little higher, and then see if you can rotate the heel over to your left buttock to open up this hip. Trying not to come forward. Come back. And let's try the other side. Three-legged dog first. Bend this knee. Slight lift if you can. And then take this heel over. Breathe. Release. Downward facing dog. Good. One more three-legged dog with that left foot. Take it forward. Again, if you can't do it, drop to your knees and just help this so you get a 90-degree angle. Important. Take this knee down and wiggle this foot across. So we allow ourselves to come into pigeon pose. Again, if it's tight, this side, which could be, put a blanket underneath that hip and buttock. It feels so nice. Hips forward, all the way down if you can, or stay here. You've got to listen, as you hear me say a million times, to your own body. Slowly coming up. Puff out that chest a bit, tummy in. Grab this foot if you want to. And release. Push those right toes into the mat. Come back to down dog. There's the blanket. And then one more three-legged dog. I told a fib, this is the last one. Take it forward to lunge and step forward to both feet together comfortably into forward fold. Again, remember what we're trying to do. We're trying to achieve lengthening those hamstrings. So you can't keep bending the knees. You'll never get that flexibility. So try to come up so that you get long legs rather than this. Good. Soften the knees a bit. Come all the way out. Big breath. Up, up, up. And back to your heart. Take a big, big inhale. Leave your thumbs right at the breastbone. Anjali Mudra, calming everything down. Listening to your breath. What is going on in your body and how is your mind dealing with it? Waking everything up. Good. Release your hands down. I've stepped to the front. Close those eyes again if they're open. And just see if we can lift a little bit taller back. Right the way through the crown of the head without straining. And again, conscious breaths, trying to get that energy in, that toxicity out. Good, very slowly. Come back into the room and let's do a little bit of balance. All right. Tree pose, real easy. My mat's all over the place, excuse me. You know me and my mat. Now, if you have a carpet or hardwood floors, it's going to be a little easier to balance. If you've got a chair or a wall handy, use it, okay? All right, arms out. Drop the shoulders. We're trying to focus. I know you're trying to watch me as well, but trying to find a focal point so you can really home in on it and really draw that belly in. I'm going to lift the right leg. Turn it to the side. So those toes are lightly touching. Now you can stay here if you want to. But if you can, lift up below the knee, or you can come up all the way above the knee. Up to you. It all depends how your hips are, how your knees are. This is just fine. Hands come to the heart. Take a deep breath. All the way up. Going to grow that tree. Tummy in. Release the knee. Release the arms. Back to the heart. And gently down. Nice and easy. Let's try the other side, please. Draw your shoulders back. You'll have one side that I call my chocolate side, one side I call my vanilla side. It's whatever you prefer. Deep breath. Arms out. Turn the foot just to get your bearings, just to let those toes lightly touch so you start that balance process. Pull that tummy in. Keep focusing. Here or higher, up to you. Hands to your heart. Keep working that tummy, working those eyes. Arms up if you can. Makes you wobble. Come back down. Come back down. Bring the knee forward and down. Good. Shake it up. Excellent. Come down to the mat. Taking our time to come into boat pose. I know a lot of you don't like it, but we know it's good for us, okay? You know that. So we're going to draw our knees in. We're going to draw the shoulders back. The knees are together if comfortable. If you've got a brick or a blanket, put something against those inside the knees. It helps. If the knees are separate and you do boat pose here, it can put a bit more pressure on that low back. We don't need that. It's up to you. Knees together, drop your shoulders, and the feet are just off the floor. And go higher or no. Here is good. Go all the way up or no. Up to you. Drop back, use your tummy. Just stay here. This is fantastic. You can come in, grab your ankles. Take one leg out and release. Your tummy's working. Other leg out and release. Or you can grab your big toes and take both of them out. Tummy working. Breathe. Hold on to it. Find that breath. Bring it in. Let's do that again. Coming out. Tummy. Keep it in. Relax your shoulders. Relax your jaw. Bring it in. One more time. Take her out. Keep that tummy going. Bring it in, release, and come down. Let's come into cobbler's pose. Now, some of us like that feeling of tilting that pelvis. Because I have a sway back, and some of you probably do as well. And we have a slight tendency to lean back into that low back, and that's not great for our low backs. So sitting up on something, a brick or a blanket, can really help. Especially when we're doing cobbler's pose. Feet comfortably together. They do not have to be right in here. It doesn't work for everybody, for the hips and knees. So being halfway out or even further is fine. Think about it. Good. Going to hold on to the ankles, nice tall spine, or our feet, big toes are under, and we're lifting really upwards and then going forward. Just a little bit. We don't have to go very far. All we're trying to do is open up the hip and groin. Come back up, inhale, exhale. Good. Let's do that again. Inhale up. Exhale forward. Try and draw the belly back a little bit. And release. Bring those knees together. Little tuck of the chin and open. Exhale back. Keep that tummy in and open. Let's do one more. And open. Good. Let's take those legs out a little bit. A little shake. Good. Turn your whole body around. Coming slowly down to the floor. When you're ready, hug your knees into your chest, side to side. Just ease out that back. Good. Pick the feet down to the floor. We're going to take our arms down by our sides, palms up. I'm going to tuck our chin just a little bit. We're going to engage our tummy and we're going to flatten the back for just a moment to the floor. We're going to squeeze those buttocks up off the floor into bridge pose. And we're going to slightly move that pelvis and tailbone forward. So squeezing forward a little bit as well as up. Bridge pose. Now, some of us can walk the feet in a little bit and go a little bit higher. Some of us can hold on to the heels to get a little more elevation. Some of us can use a brick or blanket to put under the buttocks to give you a supported bridge. But we're going to stay here for a few moments, so find the comfort level you need. Take deep breaths. Feel as though your buttocks are starting to fall down. Squeeze them back up again gently. Let's take 3 more breaths here if we can. Come out of the pose whenever you need to. When you're ready, ever so slowly, let the spine come down to the mat, then the waistband, then your buttocks. Hands under your hamstrings, head up through wide knees, and do that again, double wind pose. Here we go. Last one. Good, side to side. Easing out that back. Bring the soles of the feet together. Again, you don't have to have them really close in. It's up to you how it feels. Into reclined cobbler's pose. Now, I have a sway back, as I said, some of you do as well. If you can get your hand under your spine, not the best for it because it's too arched. So lift up if you have that problem. Push the buttock muscles away and down in front of you. And then you'll get a little bit closer. It doesn't have to be flat, obviously. That's not right either. So we just want it a bit lower. And the hands are now going to come into a triangle. The index fingers touching, the thumbs touching. We're placing our hands, palms over our belly. Little tuck of the chin again. Coming into the calm mudra. Mudra, seal of energy. And as we inhale, if you're breathing from the diaphragm or belly, you should just let those thumbs separate. As you exhale, they should come back together. It's not a really big movement. I'm exaggerating in case you want to watch. So we're trying to calm all the different systems down. Listening to that breath. Allowing the calmness to go from the top of your head through your body down to your toes and fingers. Bring the knees together. When you're ready, take a big breath, relax your hands. Take your knees just a little bit to the right. Turn your head left. Arms can extend out in line with your shoulders. Sage twist, an easy twist for your back, spine. If you want a little bit more, your back feels good, tuck your left leg under your right knee. It just gets a little more rotation. Be careful, please. Again, use that diaphragmatic or belly breath if you can. This should be very comfortable, this sage twist variation. Come back to center. Let's do the other side. Knees to the left. Turn your head right. Stay here if this is enough for you, or just tuck that leg under on the right. Come back to center. We've just twisted the spine. Just another realignment. So hands under your hamstrings or over your knees. Head up through. Hold it this time. Breathe, please, and release. Do it again. Exhale, hold it, and breathe. Stretch that back as well. One more time. Exhale, hold, breathe, and release. It is time to rest. So get comfortable. Remembering we can support. We've got pillows here at home. We've got something we can put under our legs. We might have a fit ball. We can put our legs up on the fit ball on a chair. You have a chair here. You can put your legs up on the chair. You have to find the most comfortable position for you. And if you don't want to lie down, you can sit up in meditation. So up to you which you prefer. So get comfortable. Support your head. We're just going to have a few minutes of relaxation. Of course, if you want to, you can just keep going with that relaxation. Try to open the body. So turn the hips out, the knees out, the feet out, the shoulders out, but make sure the shoulder blades are down, palms up if you can. But that doesn't always work for everybody. It's just a suggestion. You have to find your comfortable pose. Again, breathing from that belly or diaphragm to get you started at least. Bringing that positive energy in and the negative energy out. I would suggest you might cover yourself, especially if you're a cold person like me. Start, if you can, to think about coming back into the room. Don't rush to do very much. Just notice how you're feeling. Shavasana, as it's called, relaxation, is the most important pose of yoga. We did the work we needed to bring our bodies to connect back to that quiet, calm state. So we're allowing ourselves to stretch that body long now, fingers, toes, arms overhead if you can. Excuse me. And allow knees to come into your chest. One at a time, be comfortable, then side to side, just do a little rocking. And then as I'm ringing the bells, draw yourself over to the right. Again, just staying there a couple more moments. And then when you're ready, slowly allow yourself to push down that left hand and come up to seated. I hope you feel really, really calm and quiet and extended, full of energy and quiet. Take your hands behind your back. This is a mudra. Remember, mudras just seals of energy. Dominant hand around the opposite wrist behind our back to bring our body back to balance, a state of homeostasis. And then comfortably forward, do not hurt your back. Trying to get the head low in the heart to release the ego. Big inhale, slowly lift up. Excuse me, hands to the heart. Ujjayi mudra, seeing all the benefit of this morning. And take a big inhale. Please think of your loved ones who are far away. Some are closer. We all have to stay inside. Please heed the warnings. Wear masks if you have to go out. We need to get rid of this. We need to get back to normal. And the only way of doing it is social distancing. I know you've heard it a zillion times now, but I'm just telling you from my heart to yours. Namaste. Peace in hearts, peace in minds, peace. Thank you so much for joining me today. I'll get back to you soon. Namaste.